Hey everybody, it's Kevin, and in today's video, I'm going to tell you 7 habits of unhealthy people. Before we proceed, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and if you want to speak with me, there is a link below. And if you want to start your own YouTube channel, then check out the Creative Business Academy by Esatino Artist. There is also a link below. So let's talk about unhealthy people. What do they do to be unhealthy? I do a lot of home care, so I'm exposed to a different sector of the population. I'm exposed to people who are not healthy, who don't take care of themselves. I've been doing this for 4 years and I have seen some consistent patterns. You don't end up unhealthy by default. You end up unhealthy by your own decision. It doesn't take a lot of money to be healthy. There are some very simple things you can do to improve your health today. Sunshine is free, fresh air is free. I can make a whole nother video about how to be healthy if you don't have a lot of money. So I am not disparaging low-income people when I make this video, but there are some people who could be a lot healthier than they are, and they choose not to do that. The first thing that unhealthy people do is they watch a lot of television and they engage in a lot of passive activities. They don't do a lot of active things. So when they have free time, they're using it to watch a lot of TV. Whenever I walk into their home, they're watching something like a game show, or they're watching a soap opera, Bold and Beautiful, or they're watching Netflix or some other series. Or a lot of times the TV is on, they're not even paying attention. They just need the noise. They're so used to it. And then when I start talking to them, they don't even mute the TV because they don't even recognize that it's on. But they're just absorbing hours and hours of television, and also a lot of advertisements that are selling them things that they probably don't need. Many of those advertisements are for processed foods. And that leads me to my second point. Unhealthy people eat a lot of processed food. They eat a lot of cereal, they eat a lot of chips, they eat a lot of cookies. They eat a lot of stuff that doesn't require preparation. And I think the reason why is not because they don't know how to cook, it's because I don't think they want to know how to cook. I don't think they want to know how to prepare anything. So they rely on a lot of prepackaged things that you can open and eat. I think what the fundamental problem is a lack of curiosity. They're not curious about nutrition, they're not curious about a healthy lifestyle, so they continue to eat a lot of processed food because they don't want to take the time to prepare anything. You don't have to be a genius chef to prepare your own meals. It's actually really simple. All you need is a few ingredients and the patience and the curiosity. See, that's the key, the curiosity to cook something. I've noticed that unhealthy people are not interested in what they eat. They're not really interested in nutrition. They're not interested in food. They're not interested in health. They're not really interested in anything. They're only interested in watching the TV a little longer. They're only interested in entertainment. The combination of passive activities and processed food is a terrible combination. If you want to be healthy, you need to have some interest in nutrition. You cannot go through your life without understanding the basics of nutrition and diet. What is a healthy diet? Like, what are the basics here? I'm not saying they need to read an entire textbook on nutrition. That's not what I'm saying. But they should know the basics, and it doesn't take that long. There's so much information on YouTube, there's so much information everywhere these days. It's not hard. All of them have a cell phone, and they could open their cell phone and watch a video, or they can get the nutrition facts on any food in the world. Everything they need to know is in the palm of their hands, and they choose not to look at it. There's not a lot of activity in their life. They don't do a lot of things that require movement, even just walking. What's so hard about going outside and taking a walk? Or what's so hard about buying a basic piece of exercise equipment? For example, I have a step right here. It cost me $35. I have 3 risers on each side. It's very basic. It's convenient. But whenever I have the inclination to use it, which is every day, I can do it. I don't have to go to the gym. I don't have to use a locker room. I don't have to have a subscription. I can just get on my step, do some push-ups, and that's it. And this is my point. It doesn't take a lot of money or time to exercise and to move, but you have to be willing to do it, and it has to be a priority. And unfortunately, unhealthy people don't do that. They don't prioritize their health. They don't prioritize activity. They don't see the value in moving. Maybe it's just a waste of time to them, or they don't think it's worth the time. I don't know, but they don't do it. So no activity, a lot of passive pursuits, and a lot of processed food. That's not a good combination. The other habit of unhealthy people is they expect the healthcare system to take care of them. So they spend their entire lives without activity, eating a lot of processed food, watching a lot of TV, not taking care of themselves, and then later in life they develop kidney disease or heart failure or diabetes or something, and now they're consuming a lot of healthcare resources. I think I read somewhere that only 20% of the population consumes 80% or 90% of all the healthcare resources in this country, which is probably true, because what happens is they see this doctor and that doctor and this physical therapist, and then they have home services like what I do, and then they're taking all these medications, and they have surgery, and then they go back to the hospital. It adds up really fast. And a lot of our healthcare dollars are spent on people who do not take care of themselves. They understood healthcare a little bit. If they just did a little bit more, they probably wouldn't have all these problems. And like I said, I am not trying to pick on low-income people when I talk about this. There are actually a lot of high-income people who don't take care of themselves either. But all it takes is a little bit of commitment and some curiosity in order to be healthy. You don't have to get your own personal trainer. You don't have to have home delivered meals. You don't have to have the best supplements or the best smoothies. You can do some simple things right now to be healthy. They also consume a lot of medications. I've been in homes where the patient has 20 or 30 medications. Your kidneys and your liver are not designed to process 20 or 30 medications every day. That is a tremendous strain. Not only that, these medications come with horrible side effects sometimes, and then you have drug interactions, and nobody knows how 20 different drugs in a body are going to interact. It would take a supercomputer to figure that out. They wouldn't need these medications if they had taken care of themselves a little better earlier in life. Now, I understand there are some people who absolutely need these medications. If you have cancer, you need chemotherapy. Some people have genetic disorders. I get it. Some people have bad luck and they need those medications and they need those surgeries. But so many of our healthcare dollars are spent on people who do not take care of themselves. 100 years ago, most diseases were communicable, meaning it was pneumonia, tuberculosis. Today, most diseases are lifestyle, meaning people are making bad choices. They're doing things that feel good today, and they're compromising their future. And because people don't take care of themselves, we're spending so much money on hospitalizations and doctor's visits, medications, surgeries. The other habit of unhealthy people is that they're really disorganized. When I go into these homes, there's stuff everywhere. There's clutter, the TV's on, there's open boxes on the counter. You can't find anything. All of the counters and the tables are covered with clutter and paper and newspapers and catalogs. Do people get catalogs anymore? Coupons. There's stuff everywhere. There's dogs barking outside. They can't find anything. Their medications are here and there, and they don't know where they are. They don't even know what medications they're taking, which is really scary. I think a disorganized life indicates a disorganized mind. So if you're really disorganized and there's stuff everywhere, it's probably indicative of your disorganized mind. Their homes are disorganized, their diets are disorganized, they don't have an exercise plan, they don't have a plan for anything, and I think that's what all that disorganization represents. So let's recap. What are some habits of unhealthy people? A lot of passive activities, a lot of TV time, a lot of processed foods, a lot of soda. I noticed that a lot of unhealthy people drink soda and sweetened beverages, SSBs, and teas. Also, the lack of curiosity. This is the one that bothers me the most. It's not because they don't have a lot of money, it's because they don't have any curiosity about healthy eating or a healthy lifestyle. Other habits include a lack of activity. They could buy some basic equipment and do some exercise in the home, but they choose not to do that. Even so, even today, low-income communities have gyms. I've seen gyms in really bad areas of town. They're like $10 a month, $19 a month. Planet Fitness is what, $10 a month? So even if you don't have a lot of money, $10 a month at Planet Fitness. Again, if you're committed and you want to make it happen, you will make it happen. And then because they spend too much time watching TV and eating too much processed food, they spend too much on medications and they put a disproportionate strain on the healthcare system. And then they expect physicians to save them. Well, physicians can't save you. They can prescribe medications, they can do surgeries, they can do a lot of things. I have a lot of respect for physicians, so I'm not knocking physicians. But the healthcare system is not designed to treat chronic conditions. It's designed to treat catastrophic injuries. So when you break a leg or you get into an accident, the healthcare system is there for you. If you have a chronic disease, Don't expect a physician or a medication to solve the problem. And then finally, they're really disorganized. They don't have any organization in their day. They probably don't have a schedule. They probably don't have fitness goals. There's stuff everywhere. They don't know where to find anything. It's really annoying. It's not that hard to organize your home. And okay, so those are some habits of unhealthy people. What are some other habits you can think of? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, I hope you found this video educational and entertaining. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you want to speak with me, there is a link below. And to start your YouTube channel today, check out the Creative Business Academy by Esatino Artists. If you liked this video, I'm sure you'll like one of the other videos that you see on the screen. Click one of them, and I'll see you there.